From the time of Abraham to Jackie Kennedy Onassis to Prince Charles of England, matchmaking has been the worldwide choice of successful men and women who are looking for a serious relationship. You serious for 8 years?
Yeah.
You're dating someone who lives in Hungary?
Yeah.
How could you date someone who lives in other continent?
Well, I believe they're not an international flight away. They're too close. No, I'm just kidding. Just a joke.
Are you afraid of women?
No, I'm not afraid.
But why do you want to keep it safe? So you date someone who lives in a different country. Is it the safest way for you?
No.
So she won't even get to the U.S. at the first place? So she won't be able to take you to divorce courtroom?
That's a good idea, though. I never thought about that, though. That works.
Our life is really about relationships, to love and be loved. And as a matchmaker, I know that because I've seen a lot of people coming to me, and some of them skeptical, some of them been single all their life, and they don't believe really that they can and want to be with someone. But it happens. They fall in love, they getting married, and they're saying, if I knew it, that such an option exists as hire matchmaker, I would do it long time ago. I wouldn't wait. Laura, you beautiful gal. I mean, you're 32 years old. You live in Newport Beach. You're a model. You have your own business running. You are gregarious. You're independent. You're successful. Why would you need a matchmaker? I mean, every man looking at you will wonder why.
Well, I think there is a number of reasons. The first one is one thing you noted. You noted a laundry list of activities. Well, time is precious to me, and so I don't have a lot of time to sift through the rubble to find the diamond in the rough. And so I think to be able to delegate that to somebody who's a seasoned professional not only saves me time, it allows me to do the things that are important to me, but it also basically goes and finds that proverbial needle in a haystack. So for me, that was one of the reasons. And to get back to your last question, one of the most important things in this life is one, love, to love and be loved. What you said, it's the greatest of all things, which is to finish the quote. But it's also about relationships. And to me, my family, my friends, and finding that partner to share my life with, not necessarily to add anything to me, but to get up on their bike and ride their bike alongside me is what I'm looking for. And so if I could create a proverbial checklist, like my dad taught me when I was a little girl, he said, Laura, create that checklist and do not deviate from it. So I've just created the checklist and I just handed it over to you. And that's pretty much why I chose ultimately to find a matchmaker, so I can go about my day and accomplish all the things that are important, because obviously in Newport Beach it's extremely expensive to live and I have to provide for myself and other people in my life. And so you've basically just kind of accelerated the process for me in a very great way.
Women are more aware how to enhance their looks, but many men are not.
Yes.
So what kind of tips you can give to our listeners how they can enhance their looks to look more desirable?
I think you need to take a good hard look in the mirror, and you need to see what we're going to see when you walk in to meet us for a date or show up at our house. And that is, do you have unibrows? Maybe a little plucking or waxing, maybe there's long curly nose hairs that are incredibly, unattractive, or, if you have bad skin, go fix it. Go do something. We do not want to look across the table and, look at big, huge red bumps.
What about you, Laura? What is the turn-offs for you?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? That's a really good question. I don't know if it's so much about turn-offs. I try to focus on what the turn-on is. But I would definitely concur with what she's saying. And I think that a smell for me is, seriously, when you meet someone and you hug them, that smell is, like, for me, one of the first impressions.
Yeah. What about you, Sharon? What is important for you in a man?
Funny.
Funny?
I got to have funny.
So he can be smelly but funny.
Absolutely not.